Hello everyone, it's your boy Young Pug, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Literature Club, Time to Be an Epic Hero. Now, in the last episode, we began the first day like in the original game, and basically Sayori brought us to the Literature Club, and just like in the original game, we reintroduced ourselves to everyone, we hung out with them a little bit, and then at the end of the first day, we were given a choice, Given a choice to spend our time with one of these girls, these beautiful ladies over here. So I ended up picking Yuri for the first one because what I wanted to do for this series, is that I wanted to go from the worst girl to the best one. So at the end of the series, I'll be going out with my favorite girl, which is, if you've seen my other series on this game, it's Sayori, okay? She's my favorite. So yeah, that's basically what happened last episode. So in this episode, I'm guessing we're gonna be spending time with Yuri. That's gonna be a roller coaster, since if you don't know, Yuri's my least favorite Doki. For reasons. Yeah, so anyway, let's get into the video.
This world won't write me an ending. What will it take to just believe we had it all?
Video, my voice was kind of like weird because it was recorded in the morning. This time I'm recording at nighttime, so yeah, it should be a little bit better. So let's get into it. Hi again, Puggy. Welcome back. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Good man, Puggy, good man. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh gosh. We're gonna be hanging out with Yuri the whole time. This is gonna be fun. I'm being sarcastic. Okay. Thanks for keeping your promise, Puggy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. Yeah, so? And last year too. So what, bro? You got a problem? So what if I didn't want to join any clubs, man? Maybe I didn't want to join any clubs. 'Cause they suck. I'm joking. I don't know if you plan on just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Whatever. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. The literature room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying manga and manga. Manga is literature, okay? I agree. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Puggy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning, my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Yeah, that did happen. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Puggy can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. You weren't supposed to tell him. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Show me. Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? How are you thinking that, Puggy? She's a never mind. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. No way. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, if you can read it at your own pace, I look forward to hearing what you think. Not that everyone's settled in. I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. What? What do you mean? There's supposed to be activities, aren't there? Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I can use this chance to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad. Oh my gosh, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Why are you looking at me? Imagine she actually said that. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me. Our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the store, at the bookstore, at the store book, at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Huh, I see. It was buy one, get one, probably. Maybe. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. You mean that one cursed book that we were discussing in the last few episodes of Brand New Day? That book. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Okay. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her younger sister, what? But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Puggy? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just those kinds of stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy. I'm stupid. Their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their own one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. My brain shut off for like 2 seconds, I'm sorry. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm so sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. He's so close. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's. Then I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips onto her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Chill, my guy. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Are you ready, Freddy? Yes. To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a sec. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. It's okay. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I could do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by myself, my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an imminent exchange. Yeah. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of I can't say this word. Reminiscent. There we go. Reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Puggy, that's probably a terrible thing I have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden?
Okay, everyone. Time to stop all this nonsense that's going on over here. Listen to me, okay? I think it's about time to share today's poems with each other, okay? Everyone's poems now. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
That's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little bit more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off on the book, then slip it back into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I wouldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait.
I'm so excited. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's I'm stupid. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. I'm stupid. I can already see Monica's precision handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri redundantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? What's my poem about, by the way? I don't really know, because we didn't have a poem time. I guess we're gonna show it to Yuri since this is the... Or should we leave Yuri for last? Let's wait until last for Yuri. Let's show it to Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. I'm putting in the effort.
Hi, Puggy.
My bad.
Hi, Puggy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah, I've just started.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, Like new activities or something we can do better? I'm always listening, literally. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I am more settled in.
Anyways, I want to share my poem with you. Want to show
Your poem with me? Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Puggy. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I am on my poem.
Great job, Puggy. I was going oh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you, Puggy.
Underestimate you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectation low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right?
Yeah, I guess it would be Yuri's kind of writing, since this is the Yuri route.
Writing is full of imaginary and symbolism.
It's hard to say words with her voice. I'm sorry, guys.
Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effortlessly. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the or whatever this word means. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about it. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but it always helps you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Okay.
Anyways, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not that very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident, silly. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in Wall. Yeah, we read this poem before, but we'll read it again. Why not? We'll read it in Monica's voice.
Hole in Wall. It wouldn't have been me. See the direction that sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside the hole.
Does that say hole? That says clue. I'm stupid.
I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, always scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think?
It's very free form, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm really not that kind of guy. I'm not that guy. I'm really not the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Now, okay. Focus. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays.
Sorry about that, guys. I had to do something. Back to it. Let's reread this.
That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can really be powerful.
What is the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Here we go.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just focus yourself on getting something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark ink puddle. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, guys.
Okay, Sayori. Okay. This is a good poem, Puggy. Are you sure this is your first time? This is your first time doing this? Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems on his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why I am impressed. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously, or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Yup, I'm part of the club. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Puggy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only makes good people do. That's something that only good people do. Yeah, I think I said it right. Maybe. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm going to make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm I'm really bad at this, so you'll probably have a good time reading it. You might even laugh.
Maybe. I think I know all the poems that they share with me anyway, so I can probably just read it with ease. I mean, we'll see about that.
Okay guys, this is called Dear Sunshine by Sayori.
Again.
The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. You missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed, making me rub my sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for me, I would sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Of course she wants breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night, okay?
Well, at least at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Oh yeah?
But next time I won't forget. And I'm going to write the best poem ever. Just you wait.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Okay, time for Natsuki's. Natsuki. Okay, and?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass. Gladly.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Jerk.
Eagles
can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
Do my ears deceive me?
Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
Excuse me. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line.
So, you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki feels proud when I won't take that. But if Natsuki feels proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, it's time for Yuri. Okay, sorry about that. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. This will do. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. Huh? You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Is this guy a prodigy? Harry stares at me blankly and then looks at the poem again. What? Well, I know that. I just meant he... Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She tracing her fingers along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. I'm stupid. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical for new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noble thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Is that how you say? Yeah. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they fit the two together. The end result is that both of the styles are expressiveness are weakened. Okay. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Yeah. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not that finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Okay. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice. It all comes with practice. And learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a valuable feedback. There you go. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Isn't it supposed to be? Let's read it in her voice. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the ember glow. Is that? Yeah. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. Okay. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green of the future. What's that? Okay. Sorry. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I think I did it right. That's the thing, though. I struggle with that kind of poems of Yuri's. Yuri's is my least favorite poems to read because they're cursive and I can barely read cursive. But I think I read it right. I think I did. Anyways, hopefully I didn't just say something completely wrong. And yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry I have such horrible handwriting. Yeah. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. It only took me like 30 seconds actually, I think. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. Yeah. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Cool. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You're acting like I'm eating the words. I'm just reading them, bro. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Puggy. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject in the poem is only being symbolistically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Are you talking about yourself? Oh, what? Of course not. Don't be silly. It's only metaphorical. That's a lot more solemn. That's a lot more solemn if you put it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? That's nothing really. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so... Nah. If anything, I would probably learn a thing or two from you. So you think? Yeah, of course. Huh. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Puggy. Huh. Me too. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. I thought they already did that earlier, but okay. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. She can't read it. She can't read it. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Yuri dismissively returns the poem on the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Oh, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice, okay?
Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Puggy did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. Establishing my own writing style. Yeah. I felt like I said that wrong the first time. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Puggy liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh shoot.
Oh. I didn't realize you were invested. You were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
What? That's not what I... Yuri, calm down. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Pucky appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh?
How do you even know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
How dare you say that? You guys, is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one
whose boobs got magically bigger size as soon as Buggy started showing up. How dare you say that, Natsuki? You know them. It's been big as the same as... Okay, I'm gonna stop. Natsuki.
Natsuki, that was a little...
It doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Stop fighting! Stop fighting, guys!
What was that one meme?
No fighting, guys! No fighting! Come on, guys! No cussing, guys!
I think that was the meme. It was some little kid saying that or something. I don't remember. It just reminds me of my meme. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if if they just noticed I was staying there. Okay, Puggy, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. That's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason. I mean, the meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Puggy.
Oh, wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. That's the only way to convey complex feelings in meeting the most effectively. I think I said that right. Maybe avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Buggy?
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be Natsuki. You're right that I like your poem.
see?
Wait, that's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You should pick a fight with... You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, but here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feeling into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding me? That's exactly what I did. It was her... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said something that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. You don't think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, no one takes her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I ended up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sorry, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that, I'm going to go take a walk. I'll spare me for having to look at your faces right now. Without worrying, Natsuki clenches her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki! You really didn't do that. I look across the room. Yuri, with her chin buried in her hands, while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit at the adjacent chair. Why are you saying like that? Just say you're sitting in the chair. All these big words. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How can anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone else could. Anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Buggy. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you in a part of this club now. That's nothing. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki said? Well, never mind that. I'm going to make some tea. Oh, good idea. Make enough for even one person, okay? Then, did I say that right? Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did everyone feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright, well, mostly. Buggy, how about you?
Yeah, it was, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. And your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. Like, any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination.
Puggy, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Let's go.
Sorry, beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier?
Huh? What happened? What do you mean?
Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. Wonderful. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. Puggy, that's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. I'm stupid. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to see Sayori as an eternal monologue sometimes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's do this. Okay. We just got done with day 2. Is it day 2 or is it day 1? It's day 2. I'm gonna call it day 2. So, that was a fun episode. We spent a lot of time with Yuri and stuff. We read some poems. It's basically like Doki Literature Club, but it's just like Yuri and stuff. It's like playing Doki Literature Club, but you're going the Yuri route, and there's like extra stuff and stuff, which is cool. I don't mind that. So yeah, But anyways, if you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. God, this was fun. Can't wait to do more of this next week. Or maybe I'll do another one this week. Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, I forgot what I was going to say. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Wee!
Things flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day?